terror group struck Kabul last weekend with a suicide bomb blast, killing 63 people and marring celebrations in the war-torn country.
100 years ago, Afghanistan gained its independence from Britain. In Kabul, reminders are everywhere.
I'm celebrating Independence Day today. I'm happy. I like the flag.
Children also celebrate with cricket, calling it the great game. Yet these children are unaware of another great game, played when their modern history began. In the 19th century, Afghanistan was caught between Russia pushing south and the British expanding west from India. Afghans fought to retain their sovereignty, but were repeatedly occupied by the British until the treaty was signed in 1919. Decades later, during the Cold War, Afghanistan was again stuck between two world powers, Russia and the United States. In 1959, Dwight Eisenhower became the first US president to visit the country. Both nations courted Afghanistan for influence, leading to rapid modernization and a more liberal Afghanistan in the 50s and 60s. War came to Afghanistan on Christmas Eve 1979 and never left. The Soviet Union invaded and took Kabul within 3 days. Islamic guerrilla fighters, known as the Mujahideen, fought back with US support. 1 million people died in the fighting until the Soviets withdrew a decade later. A civil war and Taliban rule followed. National landmarks and infrastructure were destroyed, like Kabul's Dar al-Aman Palace. And this is how it looks today. President Ghani had planned to inaugurate the building for Independence Day, a sign of how far the nation had come. But again, conflict intervened, postponing the event after an ISIL suicide bombing killed dozens of people just a few kilometres from here. The US invaded in 2001. 18 years later, having spent $800 billion and with 13,000 troops in country, it's negotiating its withdrawal with the Taliban. So far, the Afghan government isn't involved. But those talks could mark the start of a new Afghanistan, with Afghans hopeful they can shape their identity without the threat of war or interference.